Most of you are terrible at spotting a liar. You always will be. You believe in fairy tales. You look for flickers and eyes. You search for fidgeting hands. This is amateur hour. This is how you get played. This is how you remain a mark. You're looking for the wrong signs. You're asking the wrong questions. You have the wrong mindset. The problem isn't the liar. The problem is you. You operate from a place of weakness. You want to believe people. You assume good intent. You give second chances. These are vulnerabilities. These are not strengths. Liars exploit these traits. They prey on your trust. They weaponize your empathy. You become an easy target. Your default setting is passive. It's reactive. You wait for the lie to surface. You try to catch them in a contradiction. This takes too long. This requires too much effort. This puts you at a disadvantage. You're giving them time. Time to construct their narrative. Time to rehearse their performance. Time to lull you into complacency. Weak people focus on body language. They read outdated psychology books. They look for specific tells. Blinking fast, touching their face, avoiding eye contact, these are just symptoms. They are not the root cause. A skilled liar can control these. A manipulator practices their facade. They know what to hide. They know what to project. You're wasting your energy. You're focusing on the surface. You're ignoring the real game. You're letting them control the interaction. You're letting them set the pace. This is why you fail. This is why you get deceived. This is why you lose. Your mindset is too soft. You crave comfort. You avoid confrontation. You fear being wrong. This fear makes you predictable. It makes you exploitable. Liars are experts at reading you. They sense your hesitation. They detect your desire for harmony. They know you won't push back hard enough. They know you won't risk discomfort. This is their advantage. This is your downfall. You need a shift. A fundamental change. It starts with you. It starts with your approach. It starts with your approach. You don't spot a liar in 3 seconds by watching them. You spot a liar by observing their reaction to you. This is the edge. This is the difference. You become the pressure. You become the disruptor. You become the treasure. You become the test. A truth teller has no pressure. They have nothing to hide. A liar is always under pressure. They have everything to conceal. Your job is to amplify that pressure. Your job is to expose that concealment. You don't look for the lie. You look for the break. The break in their composure. The break in their pattern. The break in their baseline. Here's how. 3 seconds. It's not about what they do. It's about what they do. It's about what they don't do. Or what they overdo. It starts with control. You seize control of the conversation. You dictate the pace. You dictate the direction. Don't ask open-ended questions. Don't give them room to elaborate. Hit them with specifics. Hit them with the unexpected. Step 1. Establish their baseline. Before you suspect anything, observe their natural state. How do they speak normally? What is their typical cadence? What is their usual posture? What is their standard eye contact? This is crucial. Without a baseline, you have no reference. Without a reference, you see nothing. Take 10 seconds. Listen. Observe. This is their normal. This is their truth. Step 2. Introduce a sudden, specific, and slightly uncomfortable question. Don't accuse, just inquire. But make it unexpected. Shift watch for the 3 teller will answer. Directly. Concisely. Maybe with a moment's thought. But their baseline remains largely intact. Their energy stays consistent. Their focus remains on the question. They might say, "I'm not sure about the license plate, but it was a dark blue sedan." They acknowledge the detail. They answer what they can. They don't waver. A liar, they break. They falter. Their internal clock races. They need to create, they need to fabricate. This takes time. This causes a micro-hesitation. Not a thoughtful pause. A stall. A sudden shift in energy. Their eyes might dart, not looking for memory, looking for an escape route. Their body might tense, a subtle stiffening. Their example. You ask, what was the exact time you spoke to John about this? The truth teller. Around 2015 p.m., I think. Just after the meeting. Direct. Concise. The liar. Well, let's see. John. Yes, John. Yes, it was sometime. In the afternoon. I remember thinking. And it was important. So. Probably. Around 3 o'clock? Maybe 3:30? See the difference? The break is the process, not the answer. The break is the delay, the discomfort, the detour. It's the moment their brain shifts from recall to invention. That shift takes resources. It consumes energy. It creates friction. You see that friction. You feel that friction. That's your 3-second tell. It's not a tell of the lie. It's a tell of the effort to lie. Watch for deflection. Why are you asking me that? Does it even matter? Are you calling me a liar? These are tactics. These are attempts to shift the focus, to create guilt in you, to regain control, to buy time. A truth teller welcomes scrutiny. They have nothing to hide. A liar resents scrutiny. They have everything to protect. Watch for over-explanation. They have everything to protect. Watch for over-explanation. They give too much detail. Unsolicited detail, irrelevant detail. They try to convince you with quantity, not with quality. They pile on facts. They hope you'll drown in the details. They hope you'll drown in the details. They hope you'll stop questioning. This is a sign of insecurity. This is a sign of fabrication. They are reinforcing there. Your power comes from your observation, from your stillness, from your directness. You are not a detective. You're an observer of human behavior under pressure. You create the pressure. You watch the response. You don't need a polygraph. You don't need years of training. You need a sharp mind. You need a confident presence. You need to trust your gut. This isn't about being cynical. It's about being effective. It's about protecting your interests. It's about discerning who deserves your trust, who deserves your time, who deserves your energy. In business, in relationships, in life. You cannot afford to be naive. You cannot afford to be weak. Stop looking for the lie in their eyes. Look for the fear in their pause. Look for the strategy in their deflection. Look for the desperation in their over-explanation. These are the tells. These are the truths. They happen in seconds. They reveal everything. Sharpen your senses. Command the conversation. Apply targeted pressure. Observe the break. See the truth. Don't be a victim. Be the judge. Train your mind. Trust your instincts. Own your interactions. The world is full of manipulators. Learn to spot them. Learn to expose them. Learn to defeat them. Your success depends on it. Your future depends on it. Do you have what it takes, or will you remain blind? The choice is yours. Now go and see.